Welcome to Celeb Scene Central. With the uptick in popularity of shows like The Kardashians in the early aughts, American families who thought they had an interesting angle would expose themselves to the near-constant surveillance of lifestyle reality series of the time. Cameras would catch the good, the bad, and the ugly in their world, and editors were not always kind. This was a time when the world was scandalized by a young Kylie Jenner swinging on a stripper pole and imitating Girls Gone Wild by mimicking flipping up her shirt. Shows like 19 Kids and Counting, Pretty Wild, or Newlyweds, Nick and Jessica, all feature families that felt that their lives were fascinating enough to open up to the world. And if the producers knew what they were doing, manufactured scenes and stylized segments would maintain the illusion that everything captured was authentic and raw. Since then, reality stars like the Kardashians seem to have grown tired of living their routine lives on camera, opting instead to film highly produced content that only offers a glimpse into their world, rather than the actual lived experience of their family, colleagues, and friends. By contrast, the new Peacock series The McBee Dynasty, American Cowboys has the similar raw, authentic feel of reality TV in its prime. The McBee family has everything it takes to keep a reality TV audience hooked for seasons to come. That is, if producers see the value of what the McBee brothers bring back to reality TV. The McBee Dynasty features the four gruff but charming brothers and their father as they fight to save the family farm while living their adventurous rough and tumble lives on camera. Stephen McBee Sr. bet everything on expanding the family business portfolio to include a car wash franchise that needs a financial influx from investors as the season kicks off. The first season has the authentic feel of what families used to bring to their reality series. The brothers share their unfiltered opinions about each other in confessionals. Their father tries to appear in control at all times, but when he isn't sober his wild side gets him into trouble, and the season is crafted so that as viewers get to know each of the McBees, they want to know more. The McBee family brings authenticity to reality TV. The McBees of Gallatin, Missouri are larger than life in their character and ambition. The father, Stephen Sr. has bet the family farm by expanding their business portfolio, and is waiting to hear if a massive investment deal will go through or not. He also appears to be smack dab in the middle of a midlife crisis, after his marriage of 28 years recently ended in divorce. The boys all speak of their mother with warmth and admiration, but when they are with Dad on the farm it seems they tend to stray from her influence. While he tries to cover up his tender heart with his rambunctious behavior and his declared intention of never settling down with one woman again, it is clear that Stephen Sr. is still mourning the loss of his relationship with the boys' mother, Christy McBee. In the first episode of the series, Stephen Sr. expressed that allowing the family to break apart is his greatest regret. Their divorce was filed in 2019 and is still ongoing, according to online records reviewed by InTouch. Cole McBee spoke to USA Insider about his parents' marriage, saying that he admired their decision to stay together to see the boys through high school and out of the family house, but that their marriage was filled with problems and fighting. A large portion of Season 1 on the Peacock series focused on Stephen Sr.'s unhinged dating life now that he is a single man and intending to stay that way, disappointing Galina Saltkovska and Brooke Boldizes, who are shown on the series in a bid to one-up each other for space in Stephen's life. Galina is the chief financial officer for the McBee business portfolio, and her arc in the season, other than as Stephen Sr.'s love interest, is to attempt to secure the McBees a large investment so that they can keep their many businesses afloat. It seems like the season was set up to end with the dramatic reveal that the deal had gone through, which is why Stephen Sr. appears so shocked and upended when Galina announces the unfortunate news that the investor had backed out and their plans were dashed. This was such a shock to the system that Stephen Sr. decided to drive off into the sunset, in a bid to get his head right, handing over control of the farm to his eldest son, Stephen Jr. The boys fight to save the farm in The McBee Dynasty. The McBee brothers are a significant reason the series comes together as well as it does. The handsome quartet is not camera shy, except for youngest brother Braden, who, according to Cole, takes after their mother in that he isn't one to call attention to himself. However, Cole also told InTouch that his youngest brother loves the attention that the family has received since their series aired, and is ready to be more in the limelight if Season 2 of the Peacock series is greenlit. Cole spent the season trying to convince his dad that he has what it takes to step into his shoes and run the farm in his stead. Which is why the brothers McBee looked shocked when Stephen Jr. told them not only had their dad left to get his head right after the devastating news that the investment deal was off the table, but also that he had left his eldest son in charge. Stephen McBee Jr. is no stranger to reality TV, having competed in the Fox network series Joe Millionaire, For Richer or Poorer in 2022. That's where he met his girlfriend Kala Jackson, who also appears on the McBee Dynasty, pushing for the couple to figure out their long-distance situationship and become official. Comparing the process of Joe Millionaire to filming with his brothers, Steven Jr. told In Touch that he was out of his element on the highly produced competition series, calling his new series with his family more authentic. "We don't know how to be anything other than who we are." While it seems that Steven Sr. has passed down some skittishness when it comes to settling down romantically to each of his sons, he has also instilled the confidence for them to be themselves, a rare trait on modern reality series. Whereas his brothers are still gun-shy about commitment, Jesse McBee has been in a committed relationship since high school. He just wasn't in a hurry to get engaged or married, despite knowing that his longtime girlfriend Ali Ventresca had been patiently hoping he would one day change his mind. Jesse set the tone for his brothers to move beyond their Peter Pan fantasies by planning a romantic trail ride and picnic for Ali, which ended with him down on one knee, a broad grin on his face watching Ali's surprise as he popped the question she'd been hoping to hear. The American Cowboy brothers are making fascinating reality TV by showing their real lives and relationships, and Peacock should see what a strength that is by moving forward with a second season. What season 2 would look like for the McBees. And, of course, there is always the drama with Steven Sr. If what Cole has to say is true, he is hopeful that the boys might be trying to cajole their mother Christy into stepping into the spotlight. Who knows what kind of wrench that would throw into Steven Sr.'s love life, as he already has two feisty women competing for his time, and Steven Sr. has always been clear that he still has love for his wife of 28 years.